What is up, my friend? AJ here from Social Glow, helping create highly engaged communities. I'm super excited to have you here today, and if you're watching this video, you probably have some knowledge that you're excited to share with the world, and what better way to do that than by creating your very own online course. By the end of this video, you're going to know how to create an online course for beginners from start to finish. But first, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell so you never miss a new video. And with that being said, let's dive in. So step one is to identify your course topic. Now this could be something that you're passionate about and something that you have like this good understanding of. And all you have to do is like ask yourself, like, what problems can you solve, or who can you help, or what specific result can you like help somebody get quickly? Because once you have your topic, then it's time to move on to step two, which is market research. See, it's crucial to ensure that there's this demand for your course. And some people tell you to start by going out, checking online learning platforms like Udemy, Coursera, Skillshare, all those other ones. Basically to look for courses similar to your topic, like how many students they have, what are their ratings, what are their reviews. And personally, I'm gonna tell you, I am not a huge fan of this. Instead, I'm a big fan of what we teach inside our 7-day Get Clients Bootcamp called Rocking the Shotgun. Now, this is where you basically make a Facebook post sharing something like, I'm thinking about creating a training on how to build a course in 30 days, on how to lose weight in 14 days, on how to rewire your money beliefs. Who's interested, right? This way you can actually see in real time if you have people who are interested in this. Now, if you have a Facebook audience, this strategy is a great one that has helped me and all of my clients make hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years. Now, step three is course planning. Now, this is where you outline your course. I want you to start with the end in mind, like what transformation or what learning outcome do you want your students to achieve? From there, we're just gonna start backing it up and start creating the modules and the lessons that are gonna lead your students towards that goal. My favorite way to plan this out is by using a framework called Prison to Paradise. I just wanna share with you what that is exactly like. So here's what Prison to Paradise looks like. It's gonna look like this super fancy graph. And over here, we're gonna start with our prison. So here's gonna be our sad face. And over here on the right-hand side, we're going to have our little happy face, okay? So here we are. We have, we'll call this one our prison, right? I'm gonna write this out, prison. And basically, this is like where they're at currently. Like they don't have the results. Their life, is going to look a certain way. Their life is going to feel a certain way. And their life is going to sound a certain way. And I'll come back to this in a second. So look like, feel like, sound like. So this is like basically where they're stuck in pain. They do not have the results. They have not been through your course. They do not know what you're going to teach them. And they're stuck over here in what we're going to call a prison. On the other side of this is what we're just going to call paradise. And to keep this video a little shorter, I'm just going to call this para, like inside paradise. That also looks like something. It's going to feel like something. And then it's also going to sound like something. But this is going to be where it's going to, what they want, what their dream is, what their pleasure is, okay? But between their prison and their paradise, there's this gap, okay? They're like, man, I do not know how to go through this gap because this gap is like swimming with all types of sharks that want to eat me. They just want to, so here I am standing over here in prison and I want to get over here to paradise, but there's sharks here. Your job of your course is to help them create a bridge so they can go from prison to paradise. And the reason that you want to know, like when they're in their prison, what does it look like? Like if you walked around, like if you're capturing it with a video camera and you're like, hey, this is what they're feeling right now, and you're able to articulate that, and you're able to also be like, well, in their world would sound like this. And for a lot of people, it may not be the sounds externally, it could also be the sounds internally. Like, what are the thoughts that they're saying? What are the ways that they're talking to themselves? When you know this is a great marketing copy to help you market the course, because you're like, hey, does your world look like these things? Are you tired of feeling like this? Are you tired of talking to yourself in this way? What if you could look like this way? Feel like this way, sound like this way, which would be the paradise. Same framework, look, feel, sound. Like if you followed the person who has the results, like they've gone through your course, they have the transformation, this is gonna help you start creating marketing copy. But for the sake of us creating a course today, it's gonna get us really clear on like, okay, I have to take them from prison to paradise. And here's what their life looks like before my course, and here's what it'll look like after my course. And once we're clear on point A and point B, then we're like, okay, my job to come in here and create a bridge. And what I like doing is just brainstorming all of the steps that you could think of that it's gonna take for somebody to go from point A, prison, to point B, paradise. And then once you've brainstormed, start looking like, hey, are there 3 to 5 steps You don't really want to go more to 3 to 5, because if you go more than 5, your course is going to feel overwhelming. It's like, wow, that's really a lot of stuff to do. If you go less than 3, then typically it's like, oh, it's so easy. Like, I don't need a course for this, too easy. So you really want to have a methodology that's like, okay, here's 3 to 5 steps. That's going to get somebody from point A to point B, from prison to paradise. And then the cool thing is, whatever you name it, you can just call it like, I'm going to name this step a keyword, and that keyword means, like, what is the meaning of the keyword? And then here's a personal story to illustrate, before I knew this, I was having, this, I was in this prison, I was in this pain. After I realized this, I learned this, and this is where it's at in paradise. And then you can bust a myth, you can tell the truth, and then you also want to just give the steps to get results. And you could take this exact same framework and basically replicate it for every single time that you wanted to step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, right? And then from here, once you're clear on high level, you're like, okay, well, here's module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4. We could come in and take this same prison to paradise framework. Well, step 1, whatever we called it here, there's going to be a prison to paradise even inside this, because they don't know how to do step 1, like they're in a prison. And on the other side of that, they've completed the first module, step 1, they have a paradise. And then so you could even break this out into like, what are the steps for doing this? Again, it could be 3 to 5, it could be 6, it could be 12, it could be more steps within one if you want. But you could use the same methodology of being like, okay, well, I'm going to call this step whatever the keyword name is that you want to call it. This is what it means. Here's a personal story from my own life, because we learn from stories. Brain helps remember things. You can bust some truths, bust some myths, give some truths, and then teach them the exact steps that they need to take to be able to create that. And then from here, once you have kind of your content outline, you can think through like, what are the action items? What are the assignments that you need people to complete to be able to get these results for step 1, to be able to get the results of these little mini steps that they're taking. So there you have it, my friend. That was the Prison to Paradise framework. I hope that was helpful. I hope that helped you just outline how to help people get through the gap, right? That's what your job as a coach, as a course creator, as a membership program, that's your job, is helping people to collapse time and get through that gap. And I hope that Prison to Paradise framework really served you. So let's talk about step 4, content creation. This is where the magic happens. Now, depending upon your course, this could be video content, audio lectures, written materials, quizzes, or some type of interactive elements if you want. Now remember, diversity in content types can actually enhance learning and engagement. And the cool thing is that if you want all of these learning types, all you really need to do is just create the videos. And then from the videos, you can start extracting the audio and then getting those videos transcribed to be able to create all of the other ways to learn. Now, step 5 is course platforms. You need to decide like, where are you going to host your online course? Now there are many options available. I've used many of them, from Kajabi to Thinkific to Udemy. And I'll tell you personally, by far my favorite platform is Social Glow. And since this is the Social Glow YouTube channel, I 100% get that I'm 100% biased, and I'm just telling you from personal experience, it really is an amazing, simple, wonderful platform. It makes creating courses easy and fast, and its mobile delivery for the course is absolutely fantastic. Not to mention that your community, your course, your content, your conversations, and your coaching all fit into one simple mobile platform that's super friendly. I don't care if you're Android, Apple, it's amazing. So step 6 is pricing your course, and this can be tricky. I want you to price according to the value you're providing. Feel free to go look at similar courses, but don't undersell your knowledge and your effort, because you've probably spent years and thousands of hours figuring out how to help people collapse time. And I see a lot of people who totally undervalue that. Now, one way to start getting initial students is you can offer some type of introductory discount, and that's going to be able to help attract initial students. And one of my favorite ways, if you're just starting out, is to offer a founder's price. I did this with one of my programs called Project Shift. Like, before we created it, I racked the shotgun like I talked about in step 2 here. I validated the idea, I generated a list of people who are interested, and then I said, when I launched the course publicly, I told these people, hey, the price is going to be $3,000, but for founders members, they can get in for $500, and I'm only taking 30 people. Now the crazy thing is, we actually had more than 30 people want to be founders of that program and get in on that $500 price point. And so I told them, hey, we originally paid or wanted 30, we have 38 members. It's not created yet. We're going to be creating the course together over the next 12 weeks, and every single week I just gave them a new module as their part of being part of the founder, and they also had to be able to be willing to go through that content and then give us feedback each week. And so this allowed me to get paid to create Project Shift, which has now nearly more than 100 people who've paid to complete that program. And so I am a huge fan of getting paid to create your course. And I highly recommend that path, especially if you're just starting out, because there's not much worse things than spending months and months pouring your heart into something and then having no one purchase your course. And unfortunately, I have seen so many coaches, so many course creators, membership owners make this mistake, and I don't want to see you make that mistake. So I hope you take my advice here. So with that being said, step 7, launch and marketing. I want you to start building interest before you launch. Use social media, email marketing, or your personal network. Like once your course is live, continue to market it, continue to get feedback, and continue to make improvements. So there you have it, my friend. You just learned how to create an online course from start to finish. And just remember, it's a journey, and your first course, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all this crazy high-end production. Don't let that get in your way. Like creating a course is just about getting people results. That's what it's about. It's about sharing your knowledge and helping other people. You know, it's about them. It's not about you, so don't get that twisted. So share what you want to create a course on in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share this video with friends if you found this video helpful. And thanks for being here. Until next time, my friend, I'm out.